Howdy y'all, welcome to a tool bag channel. This is a tool bag working on a SCAG Tiger Cat 2. Tell me if this looks familiar, if you own one of these. These EVAP hoses. These are what go in the top of the fuel tank, and the material they use is horrible. And nope, don't have time for a phone call. Sorry, potential spam. Anyway, the material they use for these hoses is just cheap, like vacuum hose. It's terrible. It can't stand up to it. And I suspect, based on some of the markings I saw in some of this, I think animals can kind of smell that there's fuel in there, and they want to go huff it because they're drug addicts. But this machine had all those EVAP lines broken. I'm gonna go over with you here real quick how these lines are routed, what to use, and then a couple of issues that you might run into. So obviously, if the hoses are gone, routing is going to be a little difficult. I'll show that real quick here. It actually makes it really easy because if you go on the canisters here, there's one on each side. You have a marking for the tank. So this line is going to go straight to the tank here. Purge, that line is going to go to this T, and I'm going to replace this length of line as well here because that's the same stuff. Once it gets here, it's good fuel line, and that's what we're going to be using with our new lines, essentially. Same thing on this side. We have purge. That is going to go up and around through these other hoses here, and it's going to attach to that same T. And then, as on the other side, tank is just going to go straight up into the tank here. Now, if this line has also fallen apart on yours, you're likely going to be missing that T. It probably fell off somewhere. If you cannot find it, if you want to overpay, the SCAG part number is 48935-02. Or just find an auto parts store and look for a 3/16 brass T, barbed. And barbed just means that it's got the barbs like that, and that helps hold the hose on. The hose we'll be using is not the cheap vacuum line crap. This is actual fuel line, Gates 27001. This is a 25-foot spool of 3/16 fuel line, and this is much better constructed than what we had there. This will hopefully last for the life of this. Now, these hose clamps are for a little bit smaller diameter. You can see here if we take some of the old line, the outside diameter is noticeably smaller on the old one. I don't know if those clamps will fit. I'm not really worried about it though, because those barb fittings are going to make it as tight as it needs to be. And you can see right here, once it switches over to the stronger hose, they don't even bother with the clamps on there. They just slide it on there. And I did test fit this on one of those barbs. It's very good and snug. Not going to have any issues there. So let me get into that, and then I will come back. All right, here we are back again. Line is installed. We have a fresh one to the T here. From the T to each of the canisters, so top one to there, and then that one going around through that hole there. A couple zip ties holding it together to this whole group of lines here, then up and around and to that tank over there. Likewise, new line from the tank to that canister, and from this tank down around to this canister. And again, zip ties just to keep this from shaking a bunch against the metal that it is in contact with and wearing out that way. But that will about do it on here. So yeah, get rid of all that old junk. I'd say if one of them are bad, just go ahead and do all of them, because they're all going to go over time. These don't hold up, and it just makes a lot of sense to just go ahead and get a whole spool and be done with it. This is, I think it's like $40 on Amazon, and I still have a bunch of it left for future projects. So good stuff to have. But anyway, that is about it. Good luck. You all have a good one.